Okay.
I'm here for the gangbang.
GrillYourAssOff.com. Great guys. We guaranteed MX. Ryan Gall tweeted it
Loves
tonight.
it.
He's on board with my deuce.
I haven't even met anyone that's tried the stuff that hasn't liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love chicken, and
you love beating your meat?
I love beating my meat. You know how much, Steve?
No.
I'll do it on the back deck, in the kitchen, at my neighbor's barbecue, and just about anywhere I can. The only requirement, though, Steve, is that I go to grillyourassoff.com, and I really want to top off that tender meat with a variety of flavors to satisfy even the pickiest taste buds. Flavors like gunpowder, you like that for steak, and infidel for pork. You can't go wrong. Check out the full lineup of seasonings, jerky, sauces, and swag over at grillyourassoff.com. Discount code is PULPMX. And that is 15% off any Grill Your Ass Off products.
Yep.
Why am I getting off?
GrillYourAssOff.com. Great company, great stuff, great product, absolutely.
Yep.
Big discussion upstairs on Courtney Marks' nudes.
Yes.
We're not all quite sure that it's true.
Right.
I've seen no proof.
We might have to check it out. We all figured we might have
Pookie
to.
was pretty interested in seeing those nudes.
Just for,
in general.
Just for scientific purposes.
Yes.
Oh, for science.
We just,
For research?
we want to make sure Mark's is
to prove they exist.
right.
She said it's probably quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
I trust Mark's. I feel like if she didn't do it,
Techman
Techman would tell us.
would tell us.
Yes.
Techman would just hack her phone.
Techman
and
will
take
not
them.
bring it to us, though.
No, don't bring that to me now.
I will not bring that to you now.
Don't bring that to me now.
GrillYourAssOff.com. All right, here we go. Dark Side, Heather Keefer, and Chris
I want
Keefer.
Dark Side. Get in here, Dark.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Get in here, Dark. What about the pony?
Well, give me some of that. Grill Your
Are we
Ass Off
cutting
also.
this son bitch or not?
I
think he's out. He's weird about it. I don't want to do it.
I'm okay with that.
Well, so
I was sort of almost willing to I didn't really want to, but for Killian Alberson, I was kind of considering it. But
Heather kind of had your back.
yeah, finally, I mean, she kind of owes me
Finally.
one after the Pro Launch device.
Right.
Hold on. Can't hear it on the mic.
Put it closer.
Might stab
Wait,
myself.
turn the music up.
You're gonna cut your lip.
Yeah, right. Cut his high dollar mic.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
Cut
I'm sorry,
it.
Pulp Nation.
Are we still on YouTube?
It'd be a separate segment though, right?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Me, my wife, me, my bike. Sorry. Moto all the time. It is great. But here's my issue. I like to do a top end before each moto. Maybe even make a pit stop and do a quick top end. I don't understand.
I'll try to work with this.
Is there any secret you think in helping my bike be more willing to shell out those top ends? Maybe even just do a top end and park it after. BJ?
I think so. That's what I'm taking from it.
I mean,
Yeah,
come
I
on,
think
man.
that's it.
Just give me the deets on this thing. That's it?
Yeah. Is there
Get
any
more
way-
top end mouth,
Yeah. How does he get more of that?
Is there any way any secret you think in helping my bike be more willing to shell out those top ends? Maybe even do just a top end and park it after.
Look honestly, some girls don't even like to do top end. Sometimes I just don't like it. I've met women that don't like it at all. So if that's your chick and that's what you like, somehow you need to finagle that in like, hey, let me try to work something out over here so I get a top end over here. I'll do that if you do this.
Right.
Barter, 50-50.
Tit for tat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, you got to do it too, maybe if that's what she likes. And Chris is big on communication.
Yeah.
You got.
This thing should be called Keefer. It should be called Keefer Communication.
Well, I mean, you can't just expect her to know necessarily that's what you want if you don't relay that to her.
Some
This was
people are aggressive top end.
This is a question that I got the other day. I don't know if we talked about this before, but what would you rather have, a BJ or a handy?
Is that even a question?
That's what I thought, but I guess it really is.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, BJ.
Yeah, no, it's not a question.
All of us around? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
It's not a question.
Okay.
It's not a question.
I had a couple other guys saying handies are great. I'm like,
I mean, they're not bad.
You need to not talk to those people ever again.
I know, right?
All right. Oh, I'm reading it.
Okay. I was like, what are you looking at Marks for?
Keefer After Dark. Keefer, I got an After Dark question for you, and I'd like to remain anonymous. Me and my girl broke up about a month ago. We dated for almost 2 years. We went to many tracks, even if I didn't get to spin a few laps. We really loved each other, and the motos were great. From time to time, I'd make some awful decisions while intoxicated. She tried to tell me how big of an issue it was, but I always sort of blew it off. She eventually got tired of it and ended things. The past month, I've realized how dumb I was. We've checked out a few times, but we've had almost no contact. At first, she wanted nothing to do with going to the tracks again. So I licked my wounds and tried to move on. I even checked out a new Blue Crew, but it didn't feel the same as my old one. Recently, she told me how badly she still loves me and wishes things were different, and possibly wanting to try again, but doesn't know if it's the right choice. I've heard from friends that she's checking out other bikes in the showroom, but she tells me otherwise. Whore.
Well, he checked out another bike.
Just relax. Let's get through the question.
I love this bike a lot, and our relationship was great in the past, besides a few suspension clickers I've changed, but she doesn't see that. I'm trying to give her time and space, but it's driving me crazy. This bike is a solid 9, and I don't want anything else. I don't want to ride anything else, but I'm very confused where it stands and not sure what to do. I'd appreciate any help.
So the drinking was a problem. You were an asshole when you drank. Okay? So we've established that. So now she's gone. She's pissed because you must have been a big asshole, and this obviously has happened several times. So you need to somehow coax her and tell her that the drinking has either A, stopped or has been very minimal, and maybe she can help you if she notices, okay, you're starting to send it too hard. She can say, okay, hey, I can cut you off without you getting pissed off. And you need to express to her somehow that that part of your life is over with, and the part of your life with her and you is the most important part. Because if you we've had this. I have this conversation on the way up the hill. Us guys, we don't know what the fuck we have until it's gone. We're like, you're just blind. Like you.
Good song too. Don't know what you got.
Don't know what
Cinderella.
you got. Kind of like your graphics. You're in the shit. You don't know what's going on. You need someone from the outside telling you something, right? So
Sure. Okay.
you need to tell her, like, look, I really want to try to do this thing. Let me try to make it up to you. Let's go out a couple times, and then you can tell me if it's going to work for you or not, because maybe the feelings have been gone, they're lost, but let's at least try to reboot and give it a go. And then if it doesn't, you can walk away knowing you gave it your all. She can walk away knowing that she tried and it wasn't there, and let's just do it. Let's just try it. And you never know which way it could go. But you can't, hold on.
Sorry.
But you can't keep being the asshole that you were.
Well, I was just going to say actions speak louder than words, so he's got to show her and prove to her that he's changed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You
Right.
got to say it, right? But then
Right.
you got to do it.
Right.
Right.
The email said he made some mistakes while drinking, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, how big of mistakes?
$10 probably says he probably grabbed some titty or did something stupid.
But
right?
did he go farther than that?
We
Because
don't
that's
know,
a big.
right.
That's a hard line. That's a big difference. If you cross that line,
Right.
if you were unfaithful, then
And
that's
she's-
hard to come back
When
from.
you lay back on your pony like that in a chair, no,
Right.
does it go so far down that your back pinches and
Yes.
you can't move your head?
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
And that doesn't annoy you?
Yeah, that's why it's usually up in a bun.
Got it.
So do you flip it over the chair? People's
I could.
chairs?
I suppose I could.
When you have sex with your chick,
Uh-huh.
do you let it out? Do you shake it out?
Not really, no. Because then I wouldn't be able to see shit. Because it actually all falls in my front. It's
You look like the Captain
it's-
Caveman.
It's really thick. Yeah, that's what she said.
Does she ever like
Grab
want
it?
it out?
No, I don't.
Does
she's
she
never-
grab it?
Does she do like
Sometimes.
ponies
I live-
and have like
No,
a dark side bend?
no, I don't think so.
Like wrap it around, just
Tyler,
yeah,
Tyler Medaglia could probably take your pony into a good bend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
T-Dags.
The height and the rise. You got some sweep.
Okay.
Got some sweep.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm 26 and my fiance and I moved into our first place. Before we moved in together, my chick and I would change the oil 4 or 5 times a month. But she would complain I didn't want to do it enough, and my excuse was that I still live with my parents and they were home.
Okay.
But now we are living in our own space together and the tables have turned. I bought some aftermarket parts and graphics as a surprise to see if it would get the spark. We used them once and back in the drawer they went. I don't know if it's the stress of planning a wedding, but could Keefer give me advice?
Don't you want to start this one?
what planning a wedding's very stressful.
Yeah.
Tensions are high. A lot of things happen when planning a wedding.
So you're not going to bone.
Well, I'm not saying you're not going to bone, but I'm just saying you have a lot of shit going on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So now they don't live together, or they don't live with the parents.
Mm-hmm.
They got some space. Planning a wedding doesn't get stressful when you go in the bedroom. We go into bed. Me and you are going to bed. You're planning a wedding. You don't want a bone?
Okay, well let's relate this to Loretta's. We'd go to bed and we would talk about things that we need to do leading up to Loretta's. So that's probably what's happening. They're going to bed and talking about catering and guest lists and wedding songs and flowers and what are you dancing to with your mom and what are
Okay.
we dancing to?
Guest
I'll
list.
then. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
It's important to me for us to be connected to each other, and sex is part of that. So, is it possible for me and you to connect 2 to 3 times a week? Can we do this for us?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but we're not them, so I
No,
don't know.
I'm painting a picture for them.
I
Like
know.
that's how you do it. Like it's just important for me to do X amount. Every guy needs an X amount. How much do you need during the week? What's a good number for you?
This isn't about me.
I
But
understand.
hold
just
on,
give
there's
me
a good number
just
and
give
then
me a
there's
number.
realistic numbers.
I'm getting to that.
I'm just saying.
Give me the number.
I don't have one.
Dark side.
2 to 3.
Okay. So if it's 3, let's say dark side need 3,
Thank you.
and you get 2, I'm good. Okay. If 3 is not realistic and 2 is, can we try to do 2? He says he brought some toys in, didn't like it, they're put away. Maybe he didn't do it right. Maybe the toys are not the right ones. Maybe they need to communicate more and say, I don't like that. That feels better. We need to do this different. That's it. She needs X amount. Hey, I'm stressed. I'm out. Okay, cool. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, if she's stressed, if that's the case, she's stressed about planning a wedding and all the things going on. She's thinking about it all the time. Toys aren't going to make a difference. It's just
Do you have toys?
not really. No,
She's not into it.
not really. Mm-mm.
We have them. It's not available. Not available
Right.
sometimes.
Things
right?
change sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
Aiden's out.
Aiden's out.
That is so awesome.
forgot Aiden was in here.
That was the best part, was looking at his face while you guys
Totally
were
forgot
talking.
Aiden
No,
was in
I
here.
see. No, I was looking over there when I said that because I knew he'd be out. So I was like, he's going to be out here
Yeah.
soon. He's going to tap out sometime.
Just watching his face was incredible.
Yeah, it's hard to say with this segment every time. You don't always get all the details, so you don't really know. But with what he gave us, planning a wedding for a woman, especially, can be very time-consuming.
I mean,
So to us, like you said, you can communicate, but she may just not have that in her right now,
Right.
and
Listen-
that sucks. But
plus you've got work
yeah,
and real life and taking care of a house. And if she's a typical soon-to-be housewife, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's doing laundry, she's probably got a job, she's planning a wedding. There's,
Right.
there's a lot of things. I'm not giving her an excuse,
Right.
but I'm just saying there's a lot of shit that goes on.
Right.
I mean, you watched me plan our wedding. Our wedding was ginormous.
Right.
It was a big to-do. It was a lot of shit that went on.
Right.
Oh, he's back.
I just feel like you need to connect somehow because as men,
Before they moved in, she was down a lot. They
Right.
moved into a house. She's not there. Gotta think the wedding is the
Maybe
reason.
she likes the excitement.
if nothing
Okay,
else
sure,
changed,
yeah.
if nothing else
Right, that's what I'm
changed,
saying.
then yeah.
Right.
and
But-
and you have to know, as we get older, as you get older and you get married, it's going to be less frequent.
When you
Yeah.
get up early and you get on an intense taser almost every morning, you don't really feel like it at night. You just because you're thinking about the taser ride the next morning.
I agree. Like I'm tired. I'm out.
I
Right.
felt like that was two different reasons. You were tired. He's thinking about the taser.
Yeah.
No, I'm tired.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking about my taser ride because that's what tasers do. They kind of take your life over. And
Oh.
Jackie knows,
Oh,
and I
boy.
know, and Pulpamex 10 at
In
intensecycles.com.
that case, I'm staying off of him.
So
I mean, I
can't
rode one
do that,
today,
dude.
and I was whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So look, you got to cut her some slack, and then
But-
after you do cut her some slack, let's see how she reacts,
But
right?
ask her, right? Before you get married, ask, like, is this something that you think is going to change, or are you just stressed out? Because then you always say, don't get married if that goes away,
Exactly.
because it ain't going to get better,
No, it doesn't.
typically.
No.
All
Okay.
right, next question. Keefer, a few years back, I was putting in a few motos at the practice track on a bike. This bike had an astonishing amount of hours put on it from multiple different riders. This was a very mild-mannered, fun-to-ride bike, but cylinder damage was a possibility. After a night that could match bets in quantity and GL in belligerence, I called the practice bike for a moto at a top-secret test track, my buddy's house. I went 30+2 for hard and a gritty first overall that included an extreme amount of over rev on the practice bike. reminiscent of Bam Bam on a Geico Honda. Possible podium for best riding I have ever performed. Said buddy commented that the bike would definitely need a new clutch post-moto. A few days later, the practice bike confronted me with concerns that I would never actually take her to the track and make her the race bike. She requested that if her concerns were valid, that I put in a good word with her for the buddy.
Oh, wow.
I agreed and told my buddy that I would quit riding the bike if he was interested in it. Previously, my buddy lost his ride in Savachi AC Cowie-esque fashion. Did everything right, but she found a better rider. That devastated him for multiple years. The buddy had not ridden in a long time, and I concluded it would be a great opportunity to get him back on the track with the said practice bike. Like A-Ray on his 17 Husky, my buddy has not only made the Thrash practice bike his race bike, but also put a payment down to buy the bike. He's in.
God.
Wow.
I feel a sense of awkwardness and slight guilt when I am around the aforementioned buddy
Right.
and the practice bike, as we have never discussed the Barsha 2020 Thunder Valley Moto that was the introduction. So, Keefer, should I find a way to address my buddy and the awkwardness, or bury it and never bring it up again?
Bury it.
Oh, this is so
Period.
hard.
Okay.
Also, I was informed that the practice bike is not reading the correct amount of hours on the hour meter. In a general sense, it is important to know how many hours are actually on the bike before you buy it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
But the
no,
buddy,
I disagree.
I agree.
Who writes this?
the buddy knows
Great.
though, right?
That's what I understand.
Yeah, it sounded like
he-
the beginning
he-
the buddy knows.
He took the girl to the buddy's house.
Yeah, and the buddy thought
Right.
it like
So how do
But I
don't-
guess it sounds like there's a moto in there that he doesn't know it ran, right?
maybe.
But it sounds like both of them know that she's been
motoed.
motoed. Obviously, she's big board, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
And God bless her. Do whatever she wants.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, man whore doesn't. I mean, I was a guy. I did it, so it doesn't matter to me, right?
I say bury it.
Yeah.
If his buddy's happy,
And
like,
here's-
let
here's-
it go.
here's
Yeah, why
the-
bring it up?
Here's
Yeah.
the thing: if the buddy knows already that what her style was like, fuck it. Don't need to say anything.
Yep.
Right.
Let him run it. If he was in the dark and didn't know about her and her ways, then
Yeah, that should have been clarified at the beginning
yes,
of motoing.
yes.
After maybe first moto,
And
you
here's
want
the
to
thing:
continue.
good for him, dude. If she's on lock,
Yeah, you like that?
and she's sexual, and she's not gonna do the dip on him, good for him.
Yeah, maybe
Let-
the buddy's the best moto, not in.
It's like her being a test rider. She knows all these things about these bikes that knows how
Right.
to make these bikes work, right? And she knows how to turn the dude out.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Maybe said friend already knows that his homie motoed with her and isn't saying anything to him.
Well, it sounded like in the middle of the email that he did know because it was at the buddy's house. And
Right.
the buddy,
I'm confused. There's too many buddies and
I think it's one
it's just
buddy.
one buddy. It's
One
one
buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think he just doesn't wants to know if he should bring it up now. But I say
No,
no.
I say no.
let it
Do
go.
not bring it up.
Yeah.
Let your buddy go, do what he's gonna do.
Unless you think the bike is wanting to be ridden by other buddies,
Let me.
maybe then.
Here's the thing about women: they don't want to be labeled, and you can back me up on this. So they're gonna hide it and not tell certain dudes, right? Because they don't want to be labeled. Because us assholes as men, we label chicks. Oh, that chick's a whore. She's a slut. But who cares if she likes to do it? Good for her.
but I think some chicks just don't give a shit,
No,
honestly.
but
It is
most
a double standard.
Yeah.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
it is a
Ah.
double standard. But for me, most women that I've encountered, they don't give out their hour meters.
True.
Their hour meters is unplugged, right? So you don't know. You're hopping on a bike. That hour meter could be
It's been rolled over.
yes. So
Check out the Get wireless meters, by the way, from the Get folks at Get.
so for me, leave it alone. Let him do his thing and let him figure it out on his own. If she ends up slipping and going another direction, then you're better off not to get involved.
Yeah.
So
All
Yeah, and
right.
if you're barebacking, be careful, dude.
exactly.
GrowYourAssOff.com. Keefer After Dark, KAD. Use the code and save with those guys.
I had some other stuff to talk about, but
Oh,
for the sake of the other people in the room, I'm not gonna go there
okay.
tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Dark Side.
Yes, sir.